Yes, and in that theme, we still have a little treat for you. So let's go, ladies.
Ladies, ladies, we're on top. We're on top. Ladies, ladies, we're on top. We're on
And
top.
that is the truth of the matter. Ladies, we are on top. And you, gentlemen, who is watching from the other side, we are on top as well. We are here, we are weird, and we love it. And we love that you're there at home watching us. The show today is about to be that spontaneous. We're about to give you stories with such hefty spontaneity that you're going to be entertained the whole way through. So make sure that you're here with us the whole time. The hot talk is piping, and trust me, you want to be here the rest of the way. My name is Katomi. Welcome to the show.
Yes, welcome to the show. As you can tell, we have been touched by the Holy Ghost right here.
Amen.
He is sitting over here amongst us, and we're so happy. But you know what? You can also go ahead and join in on the conversation. Make sure you hit us up on our WhatsApp number 0770-729-366. And you can still check us out on social media, Ebru TV Kenya, except for Facebook, which is Ebru TV KE. And we also have our very own Let's Talk Instagram. That is Ebru Let's Talk _official. And that's where you can go ahead and send us DMs over there, all your Ask the Girls questions. Because let me tell you right now, it seems that you need a lot of help. Because the Ask the Girls topic today, I didn't know that people are struggling so much at the age of 22. Huh? Me, my only struggle at 22 years old was trying to figure out what am I going to do in terms of I've left class. Huh? What party am I trying to go to? You know what I mean? How am I going to get money for transport? How am I going to con my friend into buying me some drinks? Yeah. Now people over here have whole marriage issues at 22 years old. Damn. Make sure you go ahead and let us know what issues and struggles did you have at that 22, 26 years old, and even right now, whatever age you're at, what issues are you having right now? Because we can go ahead and help you out. But right now, it's your girl, Ayima Kaguli.
I've discovered that it is very hard to bring someone up who does not want to go up. So no matter what you do, what you say, what you're trying to come up with, it is just impossible. But guess what is possible? It is possible for a bad person to bring down a good person, because negativity in this day and age, by the way, holds a lot of weight. For example, if you post a picture and you get 10 comments, 9 comments are positive, 1 comment is negative. Guess where you're going to focus on? Negative. You're going to focus on the negative comment. Why? Let's not allow people to control our lives. So do away with the negative energy and negative people. Today's topic is quite interesting. We're talking about controversial things in friendship. If you thought your friendship is perfect, kindly sit back, relax, and watch this show and find out, could it be a sign of a bad relationship or not? My name is Lily Asigo. Welcome.
Speaking of negativity, there's a lot of negativity spewing. In case you haven't heard this story, there is a cop who is killing cops. That story has straight up taken me out. Her name is Caroline Kangongo, and apparently she has killed not 1, but 2 of her lovers. And Mr. Lovers have now died. And the funny thing is, she did it within a span of 24 hours. She went to Nakuru, killed 1 man, came to Thika, killed another man, and disappeared. Okay. So in case you've seen her, please alert the police and let's all be safe. So we
were told that she looks like Katomi, according to a certain person, eh?
So it's not Katomi.
It's not me, but Tunafanana. So if you see someone looking like me, like a carbon copy somewhere, report it to the police.
Let me tell you, and the stories continue getting even hotter and spicier. We have Maria Prude, who is the ex-wife of Willis Raburu, who is clapping back at her haters who say that she is partying way too much, and she had 1 or 2 things to go ahead and tell them. We also have the Speaker of the Senate, Ken Lusaka, who has decided to put his house in order and take responsibility for fathering a child outside of his marriage. Really different from what normally happens when it comes to these stories. And then we have DJ Mose from Kubamba crew, who has talked about his dealings with a vasectomy, what he thinks about that whole entire issue, and apparently he has one himself. Let's get right into it. It's time for Hot Talk.
We're on time. Welcome back. Guess what? Maria and Willis Raburu broke up in 2020 after the death of their child. And Willis Raburu was the first to move on. And guys are still on Maria's case, and I don't understand why. Guys are like, oh, you're partying too much, oh, you're wearing shorts, oh, you're doing this and that, which is not fair. And this is what she said. How someone would want me to feel about enjoying my own life is something I don't understand. My friend, if you don't like your life, do something about it and let others enjoy their own. And I agree with her because inakuhusu nini? As Kenyans we say inakuhusu nini? If I party hard, if I move on the first one or the second one, like what is your problem? Let's learn to mind our own problems and leave the celebrity out of their, just out of the way. Kindly, please.
Yes, and like my problem is the double standard because they both broke up. It was an amicable breakup and everything. But yet the man has moved on with his life, gotten a whole nother woman, has a whole nother child. Wow, congratulations. Oh my gosh, we're so happy for you. Wow, that's so amazing. Oh my gosh. She's just partying surely. And already people are there saying that you're doing too much. How long is she supposed to be sad? Is it that a woman, when you're there, when you now have been, you're no longer in a relationship, you're supposed to be at home in tears, crying, not being outside, not enjoying your life, not doing the things that make you happy? And that's what I don't like about this situation, because nobody is telling Willis or Ebru, hiya, what's the problem? You know, everyone is just saying congratulations, congratulations. And I think it's congratulations for him moving on with his life and clearly being happy. He has a new child, that's amazing. But Maria is happy as well, and we should let her be happy, especially after all the trauma that she's gone through. I think she's living her best life, and for people who have anything negative to say, they're just projecting their own negative outlook onto her.
Absolutely. And here's the thing that I need people to understand. If you got married young, there's a lot of life that you miss out in the middle there. So once you break up with this person and now your youth, all of those things that you were craving to do come upon you, oh, trust me, there is no point of hesitating, because if you don't do it then, you're going to find a way to do it later on, even later when you're older. So let Maria be. I feel like she's living her best life. And by the way, Kwani, these parties that I usually put up, we usually put up for who? Exactly. Is there a specific person who looks a specific way, who is designed in a specific manner, who is aged in a specific... Is there, like, I just want to know, is there a description for any club? Is there a description for any party that... Because every party is invited, everyone is invited. So let's stop criticizing people for living their lives and living them the best way they know how. You don't know what she's dealing with, honestly, in the back of the mind. And even if she's not dealing with anything, she's just having her personal time with her friends, socializing out here in the streets. Just let her be herself. Let's not put and castigate shame upon people for living their best lives. And by the way, if you see me running the streets and you take pictures and you put them on one of these blogs, honey child, the response is going to be the same. I am living my life. Why aren't you?
Exactly. And talking about living lives, let me tell you, there's a woman over here who goes by the name of Irene Mutaki, all right? And she claims that she is having the child of the Senate Speaker, Ken Lusaka. Now, all the way in June of this year, when she was 3 months pregnant, she went ahead to court to claim that she was having an affair with Ken Lusaka since 2018, and she is now pregnant with his child, and he has neglected responsibility and refused to take care of the prenatal clinics and the money that's going towards that. And she went ahead and sued him for a whopping 25 million Kenyan shillings in child support. And not only that, okay, because 25 million Kenyan shillings, I think that's enough money to take care of the child from childhood to adulthood. But she also wants even more. She also wants a house in equal value to that of the speaker and his children, okay? And he went ahead and spoke about this in court, and he talked about it where he said it is not, now his lawyer spoke about it, where he said it's not correct that my client cannot make the prenatal expenses. That has been sorted, and we are saying let's wait for the baby to be born. Who can buy a house within 7 days? My client has advised me to tell the court that he is engaging the lady concerning the issues of birth maintenance. My client has an open mind, and the issues of maintenance of the child will be addressed. That means that 25 million shillings that she was asking for, he's going to figure out how he's going to do it. He hasn't said whether he's going to give that exact 25 million, but they're going to be addressed, and they're going to do this outside of court. And also the thing of buying a house is that now who can buy a house in 7 days? Atapatiwa nyumba. Lakini kaa relax. Be a little bit slow, because 7 days is too quick now to be asking for a house. One thing I can definitely say, I am so proud of the fact that the speaker has decided to take responsibility for his actions. So many times we hear these stories about women putting men on blast, talking about how someone is a deadbeat, someone who's refused to take care of their responsibilities. And then we're just there seeing the woman crying and all in tears and everything. And the man starts saying, me, I need a DNA test. Me, I don't know what happened. Gee, we were never even together. All of these stories. But for once, we're hearing him say, I am taking responsibility. That is my child. I am going to take care of the expenses. And for that, all I can say is, good job.
Kudos
I'm really
to
proud
you.
of you.
Absolutely. And here is an interesting fact about this whole matter. The fact that he's admitted to, okay, this is my child, and is okay with taking care of the person, and is also okay with buying them a house, clearly tells you that being a mistress for how many years? 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2021 holds value in some circles. So all these women who are running the streets, chasing men who are deadbeat, who are not defending them in front of their wives, they should take a lesson from this man. This man is ready to take care of his responsibility, okay? And hallelujah to her and her child, because they're about to live la vida loca. But honestly, it is such a different precedent that he has set for men all around. And even this woman, the fact that she actually went to court and court actually gave her the justice that she wanted, in as much as it's not settled in court, it's being settled out of court, is such an amazing thing. It proves one thing: the law works. So keep trying and you will get your answers. Hopefully, all these women with deadbeat husbands, or husbands who are denying children, or misters who are refusing their children, there is a system and it works. Hallelujah.
Well, I will say this: date men who are married to good wives. Because kudos to Mrs. Lusaka, he cannot say this in public without the permission of his wife. So kudos, Mama. She cares about the unborn child. So aside from this story, let me talk to people who are not yet married, are not yet side chicks, and they don't have children. So when you happen to look for a relationship and you go for someone who is rich, well, they will take care of you, they might not take care of you. It goes different ways. And if you're planning on getting a married man to make you pregnant, it's fine. They might take care of the baby, they might not take care of the baby. But the fact is, when you get pregnant for someone and take them to court, this is free legal advice. Mtume kwa hii number. I'm lying. So if you get pregnant and then you take someone to court, by the way, they're not eligible to give you money.
Oh.
First of all, they don't know if that kid is theirs. Wanakuanga nawe kila siku? No. Second of all, unfortunately or fortunately or whatever, that kid might not even survive mpaka 9 months. So you can't like say, ati okay, sana kupeleka court, okay, shughulika hii. You can't do a DNA test, ujaza bado. So my boy na wachanua, na madem pia na wachanua. Like you can't do that. Ni mtu, you settling out of court the way they are doing helps a lot. Unamwambia, by the way, huyu ni mtoto wako, si tufanye hivi, si ulipe clinic, si ufanye nini. But then for men, ukikata kusikia, ndio hiyo, tunaenda kotini, tunakuibisha. Eh. So now unaona sasa ameibika, but ni vizuri amesema ta take responsibility. So today I want you guys to go to Children's Act Kenya. Google, get all that information, because we don't have time in this show to give you all the information that you need. And just know that 0 to 10 years, the baby stays with the mom. And the reason as to why men are told to chuck money is because they're not there to like breastfeed the baby, change diapers, and all those things. So that part, the mother is taking that responsibility. So that's why men are required to like pay cash. That is the best thing they can do for the child. And then again, when you take someone to court, things might change. And there's a sema sasa tataki kwa life ya mtoto. Some other people will say, okay, you're not able to take care of my child, nipe. Take care of yeye, then what will you do? Others, when you go to court, you'll be told it's 50-50. If you're earning 30K and they're earning 500K, by the time 50-50, you'll pay school fees 50-50. So are you ready for that? You should know what you're ready for and what you're not ready for. So a lot. I don't have time, unfortunately, but Google Children's Act Kenya and get more information.
Speaking of people making good decisions in their lives, we have Kubamba crew member, Mr. Moses Kimathi Madhenge, aka DJ Mose, who has been happily married to his wife for about 13 years. And apparently, they've sought out many contraceptive options, and according to him, the one that we all like to use, or the one that is most common, which is using condoms, didn't work for him. He doesn't really like it. So for 13 years of their marriage and 3 children later, he and his wife sat down and discussed the matter. They realized that the pills that she's been taking have been affecting her and they've not really been so good to her. So what did he do? As a diligent man, after many years and all the children that they want to have in their marriage, what did they do? He's like, Aki babe, Aki relax, now let me take the wheels. And he decided to get himself a vasectomy. And he reveals this information saying that, you know, it's not always that we have to place the burden of childbirth on our wives. Sometimes we need to place that contraceptive responsibility on ourselves as well. And honestly, I feel like, okay, yeah, I completely agree with this. If you're having conversations with your wife about, or your girlfriend, whoever you're having that conversation with when it comes to contraceptives, I feel like it's important for us to keep an open mind when it comes to this particular matter. Because trust me, it is such a burden on women. I know it's like very normal. Some of these things we kind of just assume because years in memorial, we've been doing the same thing. But sometimes I feel like, yeah, it's important for us to open up the conversation to all the options that we have. Okay, pills aren't working for me. Okay, this, I'm not gonna, snip my ovaries. I've already given you 3 children. And okay, I really genuinely don't think condoms are working for me. So what other options do we have? A vasectomy. And then from there, consult. And apparently, according to DJ Mose, he has had no issues with this form of contraceptive. There are no effects. He's still a manly man in every single way. It's not affected any form of their, sexual life, and that is amazing. I think this whole native of vasectomies being a bad thing, we need to start changing that notion and that conversation, because trust me, it helps women a lot of the time. It is such an amazing option of taking care of your family. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I really think it's a great option. And I love the fact that family planning is not only just the burden of the woman.
Exactly.
Like for so long, for a very long time, it's just like, it's your burden. You figure out what you're going to do. Whatever form of family planning that you're going to do, it's up to you. Deal with the side effects, deal with how it affects you, your mood and everything. You gain weight. That same man is there looking at you. Why is she so moody all the time? Look at how fat she's gotten after our children. Now he's looking outside of the marriage over there. And you're doing all of this for him. You know what I mean? I love the fact that he's taken it into his own hands and he's like, you know what, a vasectomy is not a bad thing. And people don't understand that you can also get reversible ones.
Thank you.
And they also do work. So even later on in life, even if you're 100 years old and you decide, by the way, I want a child, you can still reverse it and have that child without now the woman having the complete burden of all the major side effects that come along with so many of these different types of contraceptives. So I hope this can at least encourage a lot of men who are in the same situation.
Well, my mom told me when she decided to tie her tubes, she started getting menopausal signs. Yeah, signs almost immediately after. So she told the rest of us that just think about it, by the way, at length, because it's not a nice thing to do. And also when you take contraceptives and take antibiotics, I've told you this before, you will get pregnant. Like then they're not 100%. So it is good to have a husband who's this mature, who's this loving, oh my God, so that they do it on our behalf, because we don't want to start getting those menopause signs, night sweats, gain weight and all, low libido and all of that. So just get it. If it's a reversible one, well and good. But remember also we have disadvantages of that because it does not protect you from sexual transmitted infections. So usifanye hiyo vasectomy unafikiria, oh, now I'm good. And another one, the reversal is even more complicated. So before you make that final decision, kindly think about it at length.
But there's something that we forget to add, and I'm going to say this really quickly. First of all, in as much as vasectomies are safe, if you consult a doctor, you will find out that in the first 3 months after having the vasectomy, you also have to be keen and use other forms of protection, because up until 3 months, the certainty of your vasectomy isn't 100%. That's number one. Number two, even if your husband or your boyfriend gets a vasectomy, there is still that chance. It's called IVF. It's not that he has stopped producing seed. It is just that it has stopped being sent through his duct. Okay, so you can easily still extract the seed and implant it into yourself and still have children. Do you see how amazing this is? I mean, I'm all about this vasectomy at this rate. Hallelujah. But that is a story for another day. Please do your research. Please consult your doctors. But trust me, you will save so much hurt and so many issues with your wife and your girlfriend if this is the option that you choose. It is such much, it's like, you know, it's a matter. You have decided, babe, I love you, let me take care of you. And this is an act of love, but that's that.
Yes, so right about now, we want to help babies who think they're ready to take care of babies. It's time for Ask the Girls. I'm not going to say my name. That's how he starts. I'm not going to say my name. I think my husband is cheating because, oh, it's a she. That's what she says. I'm not going to say my name. I think my husband is cheating because akiweka password, lazima achungulie kama namuona, like this. Second, huwa anaingia tu hivi kwa hao time kulala, lazima aweke phone flight mode. Help me, guys. Nidu nini? He is 26 and I'm 22. Umana yo joke? She's 22. He's 26. Like children, what are you doing? A 26-year-old person is someone who's just finished his degree, probably, and maybe wants to do their master's. They don't have a job. Maybe they're still looking for a job. And for a 22-year-old girl, umemaliza high school, you need to be in school, whether doing your diploma or degree or whatever it is. Your parents, why did they allow a 22 and a 26-year-old to get married? Anyway, it's fine. You're married already, so let's move on from that. He is definitely cheating because he is hiding. And the fact that you're also noticing that he is hiding, that means something. Truly, he's cheating on you. And Ikweka flight mode, if he's able to marry you at 26, probably he's very busy. He has a very busy job that ataki clients wako wanampigia usiku. So maybe that's why aneka flight mode.
Let me tell you, here's my advice. Leave. Before you have children and you're stuck there 20 years later, you are now 42 years old. He has stressed you with 5 children from 5 other different women off of all those times where his phone was on flight mode when he entered the house, okay? Let me tell you, like, honestly, at this point in your life, treat this relationship, I know it's a marriage, but you got married too young and it's over. If someone can start this early in the relationship, at 22 years old and they're cheating on you, it's not going to stop now once you're 5 years into the marriage. It's not going to stop 10 years into the marriage. It only gets worse as they now gain more and more confidence and more audacity to disrespect you in a more apparent way. Because right now he's not even trying to hide his cheating. I honestly would tell you, break up with him. You are 22 years old. You haven't even seen life. There's no reason for you to be married in the first place. If you don't have a child, just break up.
You know, it's okay to get married at 22 years old, but
No,
not
it's
to a 26-year-old.
I feel like the maturity, and this is, again, let's talk about this one more time. I feel like we are all getting into the first relationship as you are young and at your prime, and you get into that relationship and you want marriage. This isn't always supposed to be the case. Relationships are supposed to teach you things about yourself. They're supposed to train you and make you mature enough to be able to deal with another person. Relationships at such ages, 18, 19, 20, you're pretty much fresh out of high school at this rate. You haven't even completed uni, if at all you've gotten into uni. So I feel like people need to stop doing this thing where you think every relationship is going to end into marriage. Once we change that narrative, once that becomes deculturalized, then we're going to have the maturity to understand that what you're looking for in a man is A, B, C, D, and E. And the only way you see this or you understand this is honestly, unfortunately, experience, experience, experience. You need to experience different men, you need to experience different women for you to know, oh, by the way, I really like this one, I really don't like this one. This is what I like, this is what I don't like. Because obviously, before you got married to this person, some of these signs were already there. It's not like he suddenly decided to start changing his habits. And if he suddenly did, had you dated long enough, you'd have been able to see some of these signs. You know what I'm saying? So let's stop this notion of every relationship is supposed to end in marriage. And additionally, when you're young, please just experience different things. Variety is the key to life. You know, it is the spice of life. That's what they always say. So get your life a little spicy and then settle down, okay? Speaking of settling down, I have seen all your messages and we are about to settle right onto those ones in a few minutes after this little break. And we should also be talking about something interesting. That is controversial things in friendships. Are they good? Are they bad? Does it mean that this is a deadbeat friend, or does it actually mean that you need to know this person a little bit better? So let's take a little break, change into something comfortable. I know it's cold, tafuta ka blanketi na kachai moto. And then when we get right back to it, we'll be talking about controversy in friends. I honestly love that jam so much. Welcome back to the show. This is still Let's Talk. Do not forget the number is 0770 729 366. It's always over here. So just check it. Check it. It's somewhere over here. The hashtag is Ebru Let's Talk. And being a Thursday, it is, of course, Talk That Talk Thursday. So let's get right into it. We're talking about controversial things in friendships, and do they mean that your friend is bad or good? But before that, let's get to your messages, because I know you've been sending messages before we get into all these amazing conversations. So we'll start with Chief Barclays Otwere, who is saying he's tuned in from LD, anasema hii baridi anataka kukunywa maji. Mnataka kutunyunyizia maji. Okay, that's really funny. Lakini enyewe we look amazing. Thank you very much. Terry from Thika says, looking good, guys. Love you big. We love you too, Terry. I see someone else saying, hii show iko lit. Na wagotea wote tumesalimika. And Gina from Isili saying, you look so hot, Ayuma. I love your hair, girl. Okay.
Tell them it's natural.
Okay.
Yes, yes, this is all mine. For once, I'm not wearing a hat. Yes. I can see V over here from Mary saying, Katomi, where from Mary are you from? I want to come and visit you.
Okay, I am from Chogoria. Chogoria, upon Kobo. You can find me around that area.
On the topic for Speaker Lusaka, accepted out of love to this woman, though I guess she's likely to be beautiful, and that's more beautiful than the one at home, just thinking out loud. Guy, Lusaka over here saying, Lusaka's story reminds me of the famous phrase, choices have consequences. That is, if you choose to eat garlic, you must be prepared to have a bad smell after. That's Livingston from Nairobi. Okay, sawa.
I see Eman James saying, this lady is a real hustler. Let him reap what he planted. He goes on to say, I'm tuned in from Mombasa, ready for the hottest tea in town. Thank you so much. Someone else says, hello, ladies. Akita Fadhali ambieni wasichana wetu hawa. It's really hurting being told you're responsible for the pregnancy. You get excited later to find out it's never yours. But that's true. These things happen. Women crash for family planning because women rush for family planning because it's risky when the husband goes for vasectomy because it limits them moving out.
Okay.
Hilda from Dindigwa. Hi, ladies. You're looking awesome. I really think that people should let Maria live her life peacefully. I'm enjoying the show. Thank you so much. Another one says, Madam squeeze unatafuta pesa. Hata was msichana 15 years. Akikona na pesa, anataka umuoe. Thank you, George from Meru. We see you. And Regina, I'm new here. You ladies are stunning. We love you. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Welcome, welcome, Regina. And Gregory, welcome. And Judy Pure, as always, so much love to you. Mama Stacy, hatuja kuona uko wapi. Anyway, keep the messages coming. The number is still over here. It's 0770-729-366. At this point, please save it so you can easily and quickly text us. Do not forget, it is Talk That Talk Thursday. And as I said, we are talking about controversy in friendship. So let's get into it.
We're on time.
Now, let's be all the way honest. We talk about our boyfriends, we talk about our parents, our siblings, all of it. You've had everything. But we very rarely talk about our friends. These are the people that make us or break us, the people that we talk to all the time, the people that we share everything with. But sometimes there are so many controversial things that they do that we also kind of go, wait, are they really my friend? Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? I'm just like, okay, some of these are very, very controversial. And I feel like one of them is that thing where, you know that thing where people ignore your calls because they don't feel like answering them. And then they make excuses about hanging out with you afterwards. Like you're calling Ayuma. Hello, Ayuma. What's up? And then they're looking at your call. You know, as it's calling, they can see Faith and her smiley face over there. She looks at it. Then she's like, yeah, I don't want to call her. I don't want to talk to her right now. I'll talk to her later. So that is one of those things. And the question is it a bad thing? Is it a good thing? Is it kind of in between that? Does that mean it's a bad friend? I honestly feel like this one is one of those where it's really a situational type of comment, right?
Yeah.
Because first of all, they may actually be ignoring your call because they have something that's bothering them. You know, like you're going through something with your mental health or you're going through something in your relationship and you really don't want to apply all of that bile onto your friends, you know, change their mood and all of that. So you ignore that call up until you're able to talk to them with a clear headspace. At the same time, it can just mean that, hey, baby, your friendship has gotten stale and you need to move on. Because now if you call me 1, 2, 3, 4 times and you're not picking my call, it kind of just means that you're not that into me as a friend and our friendship isn't that close. So you take that message and you're like, okay, I'm going to stop calling you. I'm going to stop texting you as much. Let's just keep it PG the way you want it. You know, what do you think?
If you call me 4 times, you're crazy.
First of all,
In a
You're
row.
crazy. In a row, you're crazy.
First
You're
of
out
all-
of your mind. Just call me once and just go like, maybe it was in my past. Then call the second time. If I don't pick, can you send a text or something? Don't call me 4 or 5 times. Where?
I think it's good to like look at the personality of your friendship, of the person that you're friends with. You know, if in the beginning you were constantly talking all the time, they would always respond to your calls and your messages in a timely manner, and then now all of a sudden things have changed, then you can now ask about like, okay, now what's wrong? I called you like 3 times, you haven't talked to me since then, blah, blah, blah. But if you're like some people like me, who from the beginning till the end of the friendship, by the way, if I see your call and I'm really, really like snuggled up in bed and I know you want us to go out and I know I don't want to go, I'll ignore your call during that time and then find you later. So it's good just to know, Ayuma hasn't answered my call, there's nowhere we're going. You know, Ayuma hasn't answered my call, by the way, there's nothing that we're going to do. And now you just
people
get the
are telepathic.
information.
Can we telepathic? Can we read your mind from 70 yards away? Ayuma, no.
But then you ignore our calls.
Yes,
Then
she
we're
does.
calling you out.
You're calling her out.
But
Yeah.
see, you know that, like, see, that's what I'm saying, you know my
No,
personality.
that's not personality.
My
That's a habit, and it
personality.
needs to change.
No, but I'm really going to work on just answering and saying no in person.
In fact,
Yes.
even the producer is agreeing. He's saying, Atayo and a backup. So, Ayuma, you've been called out.
Another one is venting to your let's say you're a group of friends, yeah, and like the way we are right now. And now I go and talk to Lily and be like, oh my gosh, Katomi is so annoying. But I was so tired of her. She thought she looked cute in that black dress of hers. She doesn't even know how bad she looks. Basically, venting to a third party about another person of your friend, someone who has annoyed you in your friend group. I always think that's horrible, and that's why like big friend groups scare me. When people are there, like many people in the group, you know, there's always some who are closer to each other than other people. All those different personalities don't mix and mash well and everything, and you can easily find yourself being the topic of the gossip and the discussion in the friendship. And I think that's a sign of a bad friendship. If I'm gossiping about you or saying anything negative about you that I wouldn't say to your face to somebody else, I don't feel like I'm being a good friend.
Well, I don't care. If it's therapeutic, fine. Let it help you. Go talk about me the way you want to whoever you want or whomever you want.
And you'll continue
But-
being my friend.
Yeah, I'll just be your friend.
I know, even you are
I'll be
being
your
toxic
friend.
in that particular
No,
case.
I'll just be your friend and let you grow up.
Okay, but how about this instead? How about consulting with a friend about something that you think about the other person, just to hear their point of view, get their ideas, and then eventually now come to the other friend and tell them, by
That's
the way,
okay.
such and such and such. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
sometimes you're looking at it and you're looking at it from an introspective perspective, and sometimes you're really just being crazy yourself. So why not then consult with Lily? I'm like, by the way, Lily, I was thinking blah, 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 blah. And then Lily will
Yeah.
tell me what she thinks, and then eventually I'll go to Ayuma and tell her, by the way, I think this and this and this.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
you know, I feel like that's good when it comes to venting in that
If
perspective.
you're at the end, you're going to tell
If in
me.
the end,
Yeah.
we're going to, it's a conversation that I'm going to have with you, then amazing. But if it's a conversation that I'm doing, it's just a backbiting type situation, or I'm just talking smack about you, or I'm just being a bitter Betty, then in that case, nah. Yeah.
Yeah, because I need to confirm if
Exactly,
she can handle whatever
exactly,
I want to tell her
exactly,
or not.
yeah.
Yeah. The other one is declining to do tedious tasks for a friend, e.g. helping them move out. You can decline. It is allowed. That's why you're told, tafuta msichana mrembo, mkienda ushago hataosha vyombo. Ataka chini, huyo mwingine, ukisura ngumu ataosha vyombo, apike ugali, afanye everything else. Well, I feel like this is a personal decision. If I don't want to carry your bed and your furniture, nini,
Yeah.
just let me be. If I can afford someone, I'll pay it for you. I'll just go like, Kathomi, by the way, I don't want to break my back. I need it, so let me just pay for someone to come and carry that for you.
For me, it depends on what the thing is, you know. Like some things, I'm just like, if I call you and say, oh my gosh, my boyfriend has just broken up with me, come and be my shoulder to cry on, and you're just like, no. What do you mean?
No.
That's your job as a friend.
Technically,
If
that
there's
is
nothing else for us
description.
to do, and for you to be there for me during that particular time, then sure. But then, for example, now, like you said, like we're moving or something, and like, why am I calling you? Are you a mover? Are you a cleaner? You know what I mean? Have you said like, is there?
You look like one.
Exactly.
That's
I
not
won't
right.
call Lily to help me move my boxes. For Lily, I'm calling her for lunch. But Katomi, I'm like, let's go help me move. No. But like, I think it depends on what is that task that you're asking me to do.
I like that. But at the same time, I feel like it really, again, is a thing of the person. The intention of asking you to move. They could be asking you to help them move, but they're not really asking you to help them physically lift boxes. They could actually really just be asking you to come and be with them during that process. Because one, they need a third person or a second person to sort of just manage the whole situation. Am I good with organization? No. And therefore, I need your help, you know? So I feel like it really is a very situational kind of conversation.
Don't call me.
Yeah. Okay. But what if it's something?
I hate moving. Don't call me.
No, not particularly moving, but the other activities, for example.
No, just call me for lunch.
Girl, okay, fine. You know what? Tell me what you think, actually. In this particular case, I want you to tell us. Do you think that doing tedious things, like, for example, Ayuma wants to go to, say, Thika Road, you know? And she's coming all the way from, you know, the other side of town, which is the far side of town. And she calls me, she's like, yo, Katomi, could you kindly just come and pick me up and drop me off? I know she could have called an Uber, but there's a particular reason at that particular time where she needs me to help her do it. So for me, it's usually just a task of love. Why? Because I like you as a person. Yes, I might, unless I have like something important that I'm doing, if I'm just chilling, then I'm going to come through and help you out. Because there is always a reason why you as a person subconsciously feel the need to call someone to help you with something. You know what I mean? It's not like you could have done it yourself. You could have called an Uber, but you need to go to the airport. Why do you need me to take you? There has to be a reason. There's a backstory there. And therefore, for me, I always just pick up and come and help you with whatever. Let us know, 0770-729-366. Now, this one, I really don't know what to say about. Okay, bailing out on your friends last minute to go on a date or hang out with them, or hang out with a significant other. This one is a double-edged sword. If it's a significant other and you really feel the need to hang out with them and you cancel plans with me to hang out with your partner, I completely agree. And also, if it's a first date, I don't know what you had to do for you to get that date to begin with. I don't know whether you need to climb Mount Everest. And I'm out here saying, no, but we agreed. I feel like it's important for us to let our friends grow in whatever capacity. Unless now it's one of those people who will bail out on you every single time they have a date. And they have a date every other time you have an activity together, that's different. Because if it's just like a one-off thing where, you know, over a month, we had agreed to meet on Monday, and then suddenly, oh my God, I have to meet. I've met this guy, he's really awesome, let me go. But if it's every single Monday that we have plans, and girl, you're going out, that's a problem for me. It means you're kind of prioritizing the men over me and our friendship, which isn't cool for me.
Mimi, it's about the present versus the future.
Okay.
So I need to take care of my future because my present is okay. You're my friend. You'll still be there.
You're gonna lose a friend.
I am not gonna lose a
You're
friend. I
gonna
know how
lose
to
a
get
friend.
you back, but I don't know how to get this guy back.
Exactly. You haven't even gotten it.
Yeah, so allow me to take care of my future.
What about your significant other, though? You literally live with them at this point.
If my husband calls me right now, I will ditch both of you in a second.
Noted.
Exactly. Like, honestly, me, I feel as if, like, if this is your significant, I would even be more offended of a first date or a random person that you're now canceling our plans. But if you tell me my partner, my actual boyfriend, husband, wife, whatever it is, wants to hang out, girl, you better drop your. I'm not going to be keeping you warm in this Nairobi cold, in these cold nights over here in Kenya. You're going to need to have your partner over there. That's what I can honestly be like that person who would most likely, you know, bail out on a plan so that I can hang out with my man. But then afterwards, we will reschedule and have something. Let's reschedule and actually have the plan happen. There's another one, though, which I don't think I agree with. And that's staying friends with your friend's ex and going out on dates with them. Let me tell you, I don't care how close I've now integrated my partner into our friendship. The moment I break up with him,
We all break up with him.
Dead.
Yep.
dead,
Yeah.
completely dead. I don't care if he's the only one that can help you with a business deal. I don't care if he's the only one who can help you move your car. I don't care if he's the one who can do anything for you. By the way, pray to God he'll bring somebody else down to help us. But that person is officially dead from your life. Why are you going out on dates with him?
Yeah.
You know, if you're my friend, you know how I operate. So if I'm not able to keep my friendship with Kathomi, definitely, who do you think you are? Unafikiri utawezana na hiyo relationship. So if you think utawezana, basi huwezana.
And that's another thing. I feel like for me, that one, it creates so much of a murky situation. Because, first of all, if you're hanging out with my boyfriend and having dates and coffees and whatever meetings you're having with them, you're now creating a new relationship without me.
Yeah.
And that relationship, trust me, it's only a matter of time until it becomes something else. And I've been told this many times. If you leave two people who hated each other in a deserted island long enough, they will have to be friends at some point.
true.
Yeah.
It's two people, it's a deserted island. There's no one else to talk to. So eventually, if you leave enough room for anything to happen, it will happen. So in this particular case, please, if we're breaking up with him, we are breaking up with him. It's the end. Choose him or choose me. I feel like that's the situation in this case. You are causing fires.
The other one, proposing to your significant other at your friend's wedding. Why are you diverting attention? You know, do it at the after party. That is okay, but not during the function. You don't take the limelight away from me because you're gonna.
Me, not even the after party, not even a week after my wedding or before my wedding. Choose another time that is not in that time frame, by the way.
You do not steal my shine.
Don't steal my shine.
Because, okay, here's the thing I feel. Okay, in many cases, and I've seen this happen a lot, especially with girl relationships, yeah? Your friend is about to get married, and all those insecurities, all that hurt, all those men that you've broken up with, all of that, it kind of resurfaces. You know, you start feeling some type of jealousy. And sometimes you don't even know that you feel it until someone actually points out and you're like, okay, girl, you're being a little jealous here. You need to calm all the way down. So I genuinely feel like if you cannot support your friends during such amazing moments, engagements, weddings, you know, funerals, just don't show up.
Right.
It's okay to just not show up. It's okay for you to go and sort out your mess, sort out your issues, your insecurities, all that jealousy you're feeling. Sort it out before you come into this. Because the chances of this relationship, our friendship lasting after this drama are usually very slim to none. And if you are feeling jealous, it means that you have a lot of issues happening within that need to honestly be sorted out.
Yeah.
So let's do that. If you cannot support your friends fully, 100% and selflessly, just don't do it. Don't show up. No one will kill you. No one will point a gun to your face. In fact, you will have other friends or he will have other friends to celebrate him. Okay, so let's not bring our messes into their amazing journeys, okay? Speaking of which, telling your friend that you don't like their outfit. Okay,
That's
this
okay.
one, it depends. For me, it's all about how you tell someone. I'm a very delicate flower. Like, honey child, you can't just come and tell me, girl, you look like a hobo. Excuse me, there are many words between hobo and where you're at that you could have chosen in between there. You know, you're like, okay, that outfit doesn't complement this. Or try this. Give me an option. Don't start telling me, oh, you know, give me another solution. Don't give me problems that I can't handle. Okay,
Yeah.
Delicately tell me, Faith. Done it again, haven't I? Kasami, I do not like that dress. You look a hot mess. Please try B, C, D. You get?
Yeah.
Don't be like, You know, the friends who just tell you things in a way that
I don't
they just
care.
hurt you. Me don't hurt me.
Hey, me, I don't care. You just tell me, Lily, I don't like your hair. Lily, I don't like your outfit. You don't like. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Even if you tell me, I kinda prefer, you just don't like it. Just tell me, I don't like it, and that's it.
But me, if you're there looking like it's the best thing in the world, by the way, I'm gonna keep quiet. Like, it depends. You know what I mean?
It really
like,
does.
if you're there, like, oh my God, I'm so excited. Look at this dress on me. I look so amazing. I go, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm just like, you look great. Yeah, you look great. Because I can't now be the one to burst your bubble and make you feel so bad about yourself, you know? And it's also another thing of like now pretending that you've watched or seen an article sent to you by your friend. All those times that people are sending memes, sending funny videos, sending all these things, sometimes I just go, ha ha ha, put this laughing emoji and continue, even though I know I have not even checked it out, unfortunately. Because there's too many things being sent all the time.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, never initiating anything or always showing up late. I always show up late. If you're my friend, you'll know this. It will be a surprise. So Yeah, it depends. It depends on your friendship, whether you're in it for the longest or. I'll show up.
It's not a sign of a bad friend.
Yeah, and then in finality, forgetting your friend's birthday. This one I feel like is one of those conversations where it's a very, it depends on the person. So, for example, in this friend group, Lily doesn't care if you forget her birthday. Ayuma is neither here nor there. I am all about why. Even a message, surely. Another problem is in this friend group, Lily doesn't care unless you invite her. So if you don't have a party for me, I ain't giving
No
you
presents.
friends. That's it for you. Ayuma is of the same
Same
school
thing.
of thought. I'm on the other hand going, you know what? I like my gifts. You know, it feels like it's something that you actually thought about. And I will give you gifts as well. So why would I give you gifts and you never give me gifts every other time? Don't forget, birthday parties don't always have to be just your friends. Sometimes it's your family. And if, you don't know my family members, it's weird. It is strange when you have your mother, your father, your sisters, and then you're bringing people who no one knows. It's just going to be an awkward interaction altogether
Wow.
unless they've met before. So unless it's a situation where I have two different parties, y'all better give me gifts. I don't care. Y'all giving me gifts.
Me,
So what do
you're
you guys think?
you're a grown woman. I'm not your mother. I don't even think I should be giving you a gift in the first place because I'm not your boyfriend. So, if I'm not your boyfriend or your parents, I'm not even giving a gift. And now if you invite me to your party, then I feel obligated to give you at least a little something.
Damn.
My birthday is in October 12th. So I'm expecting a gift from Kathomi.
Yeah, of
And
course.
I'm expecting to call Ayuma for a party.
Of course.
So that's settled.
Okay.
Now,
So it's August, September, October. Boom shakalaka. It's 3 months. Zikifuatana. You have to give a gift, all right? Anyway, we see your messages still. I see someone saying, hey girls, y'all look amazing, enjoying the show. This is Pauline from Polly Joy from Meru. Okay, watu wa Meru mna watch. Okay. I see someone else saying, niulize Ayuma, anatoka wapi Maragoli. Huko na feel, yeye ni dada wangu.
We are neighbors.
Uko na
Natoka
madada wawili.
Vihiga County.
And you?
Vihiga County.
Watu wa Vihiga, and now you know, girl, meet them up. Stop. Ayuma was over there taking pictures with her people in Vihiga the other day, so make sure you check her out when she goes down there. Someone else is saying, hi girls, looking beautiful and loving the show. This is Shiro from Thika. Thank you for watching, Shiro. What's someone else saying?
We have someone over here, a long message over here. This is the hottest live ladies show in Kenya so far. You can only compare to the shows I used to watch, The Talk.
Oh.
Ooh. Thank you so much, Emily from Eldoret. I also see you, Jackie from Starehe. Thank you so much. And Andrew from Nairobi saying, on the issues of not picking up a friend's phone call, I believe the situation ethics has to apply. A friend needs to understand that what the proper time it is to call, unless it's an emergency. That's my opinion.
Okay.
I agree with Lily. Thank you for agreeing with me, but you're laughing after that, so I'm not sure. Siwezi kuja kusaidia mtu kubeba mavitu, juu ni beshte yangu. Friends are not for that. Man. Masi, who's this? Masi anasema Ebru TV show inanibamba mbaya.
Okay, Deno from Kilungu, we see you. Chogoria, John Juma from Nairobi, Kahawa West, we see you. And everyone else who's tuned into the show, we have loved your company. We have been with you the whole time, and we're glad that you've been with us. Do not forget, the number is always over here. So send us a message at any point. We will still check it out. My name is Kathomi. You've also been with Lily Asigo and Ayuma Kaguli. Please check us out on our social media handles at Ayuma_Kaguli, at Lily Asigo with a double L, and at Kathomi. Thank you for being here. Love you. Bye.